Welcome back, friends, to Top 10 Gaming. I'm your host, Johnny Rogers. Before we get started, make sure to hit that thumbs up button and let us know in the comments some of your scary encounters while playing Little Big Planet. With that, let's get to the scariest Little Big Planet creepypastas. Now, I have to mention before going into these stories that Little Big Planet has given birth to all kinds of user-created levels, including their own creepypastas such as Sackboy.exe and Beware Jeff the Killer. That being said, Sony hasn't taken kindly to all of these creepy versions of their game, and they actively ban users who write stories involving death and destruction, anything with their characters, including some of these levels. With that, let's get to some of the few remaining creepypastas involving Little Big Planet. This first one's called Tired of Life. This creepypasta involves a gamer who picks up a copy of Little Big Planet for his PSP Vita. Like most hardcore gamers, he wanted to collect all of the possible trophies in the game, one of which was called Tired of Life. That trophy is given to a player who is able to die 20 times within one story level. At first he tried to simply use the reset feature in hopes of racking up deaths that way, but nothing happened. This made him assume that the deaths must come from the elements within the game. So when he encounters a spike pit, he hurdles his poor little Sackboy character into the pit over and over again. Except to his dismay, instead of receiving the trophy, he receives an odd message that says, "No, please, I have so much to live for." Confused by this, he ignores it and continues to approach the spike pit. And as he approached the spike pit, again he notices his Sackboy character has a frown on his face. And the closer that he got to the pit, the more upset the Sackboy character would become. He then throws the character into the pit again and finally gets his trophy. Yeah, he got the trophy, but at what cost? When he gets back to the pod, his character still has a sad expression on his face, so to cheer him up he enters into a community level. Oddly, the first community level was called Tired of Life, just like the trophy. Instead of entering into the game though, he was thrown into a cutscene that showed his Sackboy pacing with a foggy and rainy backdrop. When he attempted to exit the cutscene, a chat bubble just appeared that just said, "No." Unable to escape in his pod, he watched in horror as the Sackboy entered a home similar to the one from the tutorial in Little Big Planet 2. And as Sackboy entered the house, the camera shot just remained outside. He could hear Sackboy weeping, and then he could hear a gun go off, displaying a flash into the windows of the home. Sackboy had killed himself. I guess he was tired of life. This is another creepypasta I found, and it's called Your True Self. And this creepypasta comes to us from a gamer who is obsessed with horror-themed games. Knowing that the community levels must have some, he searched horror and found a level called Your True Self. He found it odd that the level didn't have many plays or hearts even. The creepiest part though was the level badge. It seemed to be a mirror with a bloody handprint on it. And when he checked the description of the level, it just said, "Have you ever looked at yourself in the mirror and ever thought you didn't look right? If you have, then you were looking at your true self." Then in brackets, it said PlayStation Eye required. He was confused by the PlayStation Eye requirement. Was there an update that he had missed or something? But with his curiosity piqued, he plugged in his PS camera and went into the level. It loaded pretty fast, which was disappointing because it meant that the level probably wasn't that in depth and wasn't what he had hoped for. And when the level loaded, he spawned into what seemed to be a bathroom of a house. It was very run down though. There was grime on the walls, the light was flickering, and dust was accumulating on the floor. His Sackboy character seemed visually scared by this new surrounding, despite him even changing the character's emotions. He took his character and walked over to the mirror of the bathroom where a cutscene started to play. Sackboy then wiped the mirror and looked at himself for what felt like a minute. Soon he backed away and looked around slowly, and while his character was doing that, he noticed that his reflection was still facing forward. It also appeared to be staring directly at the gamer. When he moved, it moved. Maybe this is what the PS camera was for after all. Finally, he was able to move around the rest of the home, and he found more furniture ripped and in disrepair. And a TV was on, but it was turned to static, causing white noise to flood from the speakers. He could hear odd whispering coming from around the home. Following the noise led him upstairs to the attic. There's where he found a sheet of paper on the floor, and when he picked it up, a text box appeared that read, "Have you ever wondered about what you actually look like to other people? Have you ever wanted to see the manifestation of your true self? If you have, then go back to the mirror and stare at it for exactly 1 minute. If you don't want to see who you really are, then run. For God's sake, just run." He wondered what he should be running from. Fear? A demon? Himself? He had never done anything bad, so what could the game be referring to? And when he directed his Sackboy back downstairs, the TV was off this time. This meant he was not alone. He cautiously walked back to the bathroom and noticed that Sackboy yet again was displaying a scared emotion without him prompting. And after the same cutscene from before played, he waited exactly a minute, but nothing seemed to happen. And when he was about to leave the game, a text box appeared that changed his mood from annoyed to scared, almost instantaneously. It simply said, "Don't leave," in all caps. And when he returned to the game, Sackboy's reflection was pure black. It then floated out of the mirror, smirked at his character, and began walking straight at him. He ran out of the bathroom with the Sackboy shadow closely behind, and when he had nowhere else to run, the shadow finally caught up to him. It was at that point that the gamer heard a lifelike scream, followed by the screen going dark. And when it came back, Sackboy was laying in a pool of black ooze with the shadow character looking down at him. He then directed his attention to the gamer and said, "You're next." Terrified by this, he shuts off his PS3 and ran into his bathroom to splash the water on its face. And when he looked back up to the mirror, he shivered as he thought he saw his shadow move. And well, that has been the last remaining scariest Little Big Planet creepypastas that we found out there. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button. And if you want more videos like this one, you just gotta click the playlist on the screen. Plus, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe before you leave. And let us know down in the comments which Little Big Planet levels you've enjoyed the most. From Top 10 Gaming, I'm Johnny Rogers, and until next time, take care.